Today we're going to talk about space shuttles and the International Space Station. Space shuttles and the International Space Station. So there's your heading. A space shuttle, basically, plain and simple, is a vehicle to space. And there are several parts. You'll see there's the shuttle, the actual shuttle part. You see a couple of rocket boosters there. And then the big brown thing there is the fuel tank. It takes a lot of fuel to break out of Earth's gravity. You don't need to write anything here, but it has an external fuel tank. It holds fuel for the main engines, and it's released after 8.5 minutes. And after 8.5 minutes, it's high enough in the atmosphere where once it breaks off, it'll just burn up in the atmosphere. It has 2 rocket boosters, you don't need to write this, that help provide liftoff. It's released after 2 minutes, and these fall down usually into the ocean, and then they'll retrieve them to use them again. And then we have the main shuttle, which is the airplane-looking thing. It's used for maneuvering into space and returning back to Earth. You don't have to write anything. It has a living area, a cockpit, eating area, experiment area in the cabin. It's got a cargo bay, which is on the outside to carry satellites or to carry things to the International Space Station, and a large robotic arm to do some things also. I want you to write this down right here. There are or were 6 space shuttles. In the history of United States space travel, there were 6. So just list these. The Enterprise, there were some issues with it. It never actually flew. The Columbia exploded soon after impact in 2003. The Challenger was another one that wasn't good. Exploded off of after launch in '85. That's the one that had a teacher on there and who won a contest. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Discovery. This is a really good picture. You see the shuttle, the 2 rocket boosters, and the fuel tank. Atlantis and the Endeavour. Those are the 6 space shuttles that we've used. You don't need to write anything, but why did we build space shuttles? Okay, well, early on, we just built rockets that were used one time. So we built space shuttles so we could reuse them. It saved money. They built these with the idea that they would use them for 100 launches. They're able to carry people and things. But the big thing, reusable, save money. Write down this, International Space Station. Maybe list a couple of those for sure. Countries involved, US and Russia are the big ones, Canada, Italy, a bunch of small ones. They call them the European something. What do they call that? European Space Union or something like that. A bunch of other ones also. Size, slightly bigger than a football field, 120 yards by 90. It's going to orbit the Earth every 90 minutes, going at 17,500 miles per hour. It started being built in '98, completed in '06, and then they added a couple other things around 2011. That is all.